Andigonj, the home and capital world of the Andigonj species. Fern'fuj, the mineral-rich industrial giant. Nolion Prime, the research center and first colony. Dim Prime, the food basket of the compact. And Vumjiam, the energy producer turned paradise. These are the homes of the Andigonj. But with Galaxy at war,
Xenomongrels have declared war on each other.
Can they be maintained? Fanatic Xenophobic Isolationists, the Andigonj, live on their tundra world of Gonj. They explore, exploit, expand, and endure. For a species that wanted nothing to do with the galaxy though sure had different plans. Upon acquiry of a derelict cruiser, Borfi has begun reverse engineering a more production line friendly design. It's a big leap in technology having just researched destroyers, but Borfi has the right expertise and is a genius, making this leap possible. Fern'fuj is a production powerhouse located just one jump away from Gonj. Anchorages are built here to increase our naval capacity. The Amoeba campaign is nearing its end with Voidfarer fleet killing next to last of the Amoeba fleets. The Sigmog fleet near Kepler has grown to the point that one cruiser and the starbase is not sufficient in defense. Talk begins about reinforcing it. The derelict cruise is giving support ships, 2 destroyers and 4 corvettes.
We have mastered a new technology.
One of Serene Protector's initiatives is complete. A vast governmental web now spans all 5 of our planets. With domestic situation secure, more attention is given to our space fleet. It's not just the supply stations that increase naval capacity, but a better doctrine as well. Large capital complexes are built on Gonj, Nolion Prime and Fern'fuj, the first 3 of our planets. The rest are too small yet, but will still soon benefit. There's an energy shortage following the expansion, but an energy nexus on Vumjiam will fix this. Some key locations are restructured and the energy crisis is averted. The pocket between us and Xabir have some colonizable yet small and uninspiring worlds. However, with no way to go, Xabir are intending on exploring in this direction. And so must we. Like his former teacher, Gahuni is a rocketry expert, but has since expanded his expertise. Governor Stellaris advanced rapidly in his development. Serene Protector Fern'fuj dies of old age. Her legacy is that of expansion and advancement. There is no time to be respectful with all the key players converging in negotiations. There are 4 main candidates, and as Serene Protector is a despotic title, the potential for shift in policy in Andigonj's stellar compact is huge. Borfi is vastly popular and a favorite, but in this regime underhanded deals are very important. The government essentially picks itself, which is why they are called negotiations, not elections. Gahuni is our engineering lead. He seeks to expand and fortify the border systems of spaceports, creating homes in the sky. Stellaris is the core system governor and successor to Fern'fuj through the pacifist faction. He vouches for governmental reform which he carried out under Fern'fuj, seeks to develop starports and is nostalgic of the old ways. Borfi is incredibly charismatic, supports space mining and has agenda for the new generation. Having just become Society Research Lead, Surf is the youngest of the candidates. As a scientist, he's a bit more of a materialistic leaning and supports skill development. He's in favor of developing industry like Fern'fuj, but with a focus on planet-side development with architectural sense. The election is thrown into further chaos when one of the leaders, Fern'fuj, dies of old age. Throughout his life, his genius has gone unquestioned. First Contact, the Cyberx, derelict cruiser, and countless of other minor breakthroughs. He, Nahel, and Fern'fuj lifted the stellar compact to the stars. There is only one faction leader remaining in the negotiation. Neutrality Watch simply does not have secondary candidate in time. Borf's death throws the negotiation to the wind. Carefully crafted alliances are shattered, power vacuums need to be restored and filled again. In this mess, an individual with low support can swing an entire election block. In surprise election victory, Sirf is elected as the new Serene Protector. He has been thought young and naive, underestimated by his opponents. However, he has shown that he can skillfully navigate the halls of the capital. Seen as an outsider to the established, but pursuing similar industrial policy of the past, he has quietly made himself to be an appealing candidate, and won. His agenda of skill development is really an extension to scientific leap agenda of the past. Coupled with industrialism and architectural sense, it is clear that the focus shifts from space mining to domestic industry. With such heroes as Borf and Nahel, the agenda to invest in individual development is seen as a popular one on Andigonj. The election offers a minor shift after all. There has been a lot of position shifting in research. Physics lead of SUD is the only older generation scientist still alive. Musek, a geneticist, becomes the new society lead, while Gahuni carries out Borf's research. Borf's influence on research was about 3 times as strong. Thankfully, there isn't much left to be done. After replacements, a new generation of scientists emerge. As far as faction goes, the Peaceful Prosperity League is still led by Governor Slervus. Meanwhile, young scientist Dov Sut takes over for Borf. It's not long before the new Serene Protector is tested. Theocratic dictatorship of the Brand Mandate declares war on Sigmog Decimators. It's called the Brand Sigmog Preventative War. League of Maidak has joined the Brand in this conflict, hoping to use the distraction as an opportunity for territorial gains. While League of Maidak is in defensive pact with Zabir hegemony, the latter remain uninvolved. War spreads information to our otherwise close society, and another contact is made. These fanatically spiritual xenophobes seek to spread the world of God by crusade. Military application of new energy reactors is complete, and the improvements are transferred into civilian sector. The war relieves pressure of our borders, as Sigmog are forced to move away. The group begins calling themselves Kepler Stalwarts. These are the beginnings of our second fleet. Larger starport will allow our fleet to roam and cement our hold on the Kepler system. Starhole technology is researched. Scientist Gibb is eager to start his new assignment.
Xeno mongrels have declared war on each other.
News of another Xeno war reach us. Bakata Devourers attack the Ikerzuri Foundation. They are already preoccupied in a defensive war against unknown assailant. It's an opportunistic attack by the Bakata. It becomes known as the Great Gorging. Meanwhile, Xabi hegemony remains neutral, but it is clear on whose side they are. Grateful for the containment by League of Maidak, we see closer relations with them. The fools sign a migration treaty. This can only end in tension and collapse of the two empires. Stellar Compact was founded for the betterment of all Gonj, not some alien scum. Gene clinics were initially built on colonized worlds to support expansion efforts. With time, they have expanded and improved, becoming advanced medical facilities. This led to significantly healthier and longer living population. Much can be achieved when you focus inward, rather than pursue needless wars like the Xenos. Word comes about the Uri Imperium, who have attacked the Ikerzuri Foundation. They are an authoritarian state who seek material benefits through conquest. The Imperium has already made some progress, capturing several systems from the Ikerzuri. With the Bakata Devourer attack, things sure look grim for the Ikerzuri. The Sigmok are also attacked by two, but from the same side and a much narrower front. Both sides are becoming more warp-weary as the fighting continues. Gilroy and Theocracy are on a spiritual journey on which we want to take others. They are fools. They have many friends and few enemies. In a sense, their weakness allowed the Imperial a single front from which to attack. Initiatives of the old administration are finished. The new Serene Protector Serpent pursues her own agenda. To pursue skill development agenda, transcendent learning is introduced. It completely changes how our society approaches learning, and by doing so, our best and brightest will be able to reach a completely new level of expertise. It's a monumentous change. It wouldn't have happened otherwise were it not for the negotiation. Serene Protectors have protected us from Xeno horrors for centuries. They rule for the better of all Andigonj, and we must stay ahead. The new reactors provide more energy to our small ships. Extra reactors are scrapped for afterburners, which allow for more maneuverability. The setup largely remains the same, with autocannons and torpedoes. The cruiser fleet is sent out to test it against amoebas. It is also the wish of our Serene Protector to test all fields in battle and develop the skill set of Admiralty. Unimpeded by resistance, the Bakata devour Ikerzuri systems. The planet of Gekil is sacked. We can only imagine what horrors happened there. Land is appropriated in Merga system, so we do have at least some sense. But League of Maidak has pursued their citizens' interests by allying with Xenos. It shall be their downfall. Starhold research is complete. We continue by developing our corvettes. We received news of our cruiser fleet under attack. The dreadnought has jumped from his previous system and is right in our path. However, our cruiser is of advanced design and has support ships to boot. In the end, it does not matter. A quarter of our full strength is wiped out in an instant. It's a great tragedy in which we lose our most prized ship. It's also a harsh reminder that one can never feel truly safe in space.